Okay, Pisces. So as far as your energy, hopes, fears, expectations, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And what this is telling me is that some of you Pisces are feeling disillusioned in love. You maybe someone that you had high hopes for, had high ideals for. I mean, this is like that illusion has become disillusion, that you just are completely disillusioned by this relationship, that, you had such high hopes, idealism for that situation, and it's just been turned on its head. This person that you held in such high esteem has just literally, there's almost like no hope left for this situation, for this relationship. And there's been a great emotional upset. And this maybe has already happened in the past. Like some of you have already maybe come to this, but I feel that a lot of you had high hopes for a situation, high hopes, had, idealism for a love or a potential of a love, and you were holding on for a long time. And, you had your lover on a pedestal. You had this relationship on a pedestal, and some of you fought for this for a long, long time. And, I feel that some of you, it's kind of come crashing down, and this is just emotional loss. And I'm sorry, honestly, Pisces, I want you to know you're not the only one. I mean, seriously, every sign this month has been having trouble in love. So don't feel like you're alone in this. I feel that some of you are hurting from this disillusionment, and some of you have lost faith in relationships and lost faith because this is also your expectations. So some of you have literally lost faith in that idealism. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about Pisces, is they're very romantic and they're very idealistic, and they put their lover on a pedestal because they see it takes a lot to scorn a Pisces, to have a Pisces not you in that loving way. You have to really mess with them. You have to really, because Pisces is so forgiving and loving and compassionate. For you to turn that on its head means that this person or relationship has been pretty gnarly. So, because when it was carded right side up, it's so beautiful. And I feel like this is the energy that Pisces really is. It's like, I mean, it almost makes me sad. I feel sad. Just this gold chalice, this innocence, this beauty, this romance, this intuition, these deep, it's almost like the ocean. And when it's turned on its head, Pisces, it's like, and not all of you, I'm not saying that all of you are experiencing this, but some Pisces are experiencing this disillusionment or this deep emotional loss with a loved one. And also unrequited love. So maybe love that has not been returned, or your efforts in this relationship have not been rewarded. You've probably sacrificed yourself, and you're very self-sacrificial by nature, and it hasn't been returned. And so I feel that some of you are just disillusioned with love, and you've kind of lost faith in it, really. So, and then the fear would be that, because in your heart, this is really what you believe. I mean, if the world is a perfect place, you believe in this perfect love. You believe in true romance and true love. And, that's who you really are. But when it's on its head, you just might be at a place right now where if you're coming out of the situation, or if you've just kind of realized this about this person or this relationship, your faith is a little shaken, basically. So that's the energy there. As far as the obstacle to be overcome for this month, we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is a very grounded individual. This person has everything in order. This person is very practical by nature, and orderly, and like I said, disciplined. So if this is the challenge for the month, I feel that for some Pisces, it's because your world has been so shaken emotionally. And like I said, this could have just happened for some of you, or you're starting to realize this, or this has happened in the past and you're still being affected by it. That, being organized and having it all together, and having just even being able to do your job, that's all going to be a challenge right now. So basically the material realm, the physical realm, I feel like for some Pisces, that's going to be hard just to even, participate in, because you're such a deep spiritual soul and your heart has been hurt that it's just hard to, you're not in that realm right now. You're just not in that mindset. So this King of Pentacles energy is going to be the challenge. It's basically just like getting back into the real world and, going to a job 9 to 5 and, getting groceries and just practical living, just every day. It's like you feel such this deep emotional stuff going on. It might be kind of hard to just kind of keep up with appearances and keep up with just the day-to-day grind. And which is understandable, because you're a deep soul and you feel deeply, and someone that you really cared about, or a relationship that you had a lot of stock in, like I said, it hasn't turned out to be, the magical fairy tale that you'd hoped it to be. And so having this, I feel like when a Pisces is in love, and, Pisces is a sign that they get so much joy when they give to other people and when they're in a relationship, and when they have that sense of security and love, this is easy for them. That's when they can shine, because Pisces is a sign that really, it feels fulfilled when it's helping someone else. And so if that person that you've been, having such high, deep love feelings for, if they've disappointed you or you've endured emotional loss, it's like everything else kind of goes by the wayside for a while. And, it is what it is. It's like, do your best to kind of keep things going. But, Pisces is a very deep, sensitive, spiritual sign, and just try to be tender and gentle with yourself, because, you're doing the best that you can, and just take the time that you need to heal. So the other thing that this kind of can touch on for me is, you might just be feeling unstable emotionally, to where, having discipline in life, like, eating the right foods, exercising, oversleeping or whatever, those things could kind of get a little off balance or off kilter, or be a temptation to do that. So this isn't for all Pisces, but some of you have been going through this emotionally. So as far as the outcome, the realization, we have the Hierophant and we have it in reverse. And so what this tells me is that, as you start working through some of these issues in this relationship, or this person that you've idolized, or idealized, I should say, not idolized, idealized, when you finally kind of come to grips with this, I almost feel like there's going to be a sense of rebellion, and not like in a bad way, but you're going to start questioning your beliefs, as far as, you held this vision of who your true soulmate was for so long that you're going to question everything. You're going to question, because this is all about like traditions and, the status quo and marriage and just, the kind of everyday stuff, or just our standard typical beliefs. I feel that you're going to start questioning everything. You're going to look within yourself to see like what you truly believe about soulmates, what you truly believe about love, what you truly believe about marriage. And you might go through a stage of just a little bit of rebellion, or a little bit of unorthodoxy, in a sense that you're going to kind of expand your thoughts. You're going to start having new ideas about these concepts, which I think Pisces will be refreshing for you, because obviously whatever this situation was, it wasn't working for you. It left you emotionally just, devastated on some level. And so it's time to, kind of reevaluate and kind of look at these things, or these beliefs, or these perceptions that have been constructed, and not to say that they're all bad, but maybe just seeing things in a different perspective. So I do feel like there's going to be a sense of freedom for you, that once you kind of balance out a little bit more, and the highs and the lows kind of even out, that you're going to start thinking about your philosophy in love and life, and where you want to go from here. So I do feel a sense of freedom from restriction, and freedom from, bondage of just these thoughts that, if you were chained, quote unquote, to this person, or to this idea of a relationship, in a way that is bondage, because if that person wasn't making you happy, but you were still believing in them, you know, that's not happiness, it's bondage. So you're going to break away and you are going to gain more freedom. So, and, you know, for those of you that, you know, I'm kind of talking about an extreme Pisces situation, but maybe for some of you, maybe you're in a relationship and maybe there's just been some emotional disappointments in this relationship. Maybe it's not like all has been lost, and maybe you're just kind of going through a rough patch with this other person. So this could also apply that, you know, it's just been a little bit of a bumpy road, but at the end of the day, you're going to shift your perspective. You're going to start seeing things in a different way, and you're going to come to a resolution. So like I said, that's why this is a general reading, and I'm talking about the general energy that I'm picking up on, which is probably a powerful energy that's going to hit certain Pisces. So I just want to make that clear. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more information. Drawing a card here from the Healing Heart Oracle. What is the message for Pisces in the month of May to help heal their heart and to have a highest and best self in love and relationships? Pisces, ask and you shall receive. The message is heal. And the key words here are forgive, offer, receive, serenity, hope, and inspiration. It says a peaceful healing energy surrounds you right now. This is an ideal time to bring healing to your relationships and realize your hopes and dreams. This card could be presenting itself to ask you, isn't it time for forgiveness? Understand that no human being can ever be perfect. By accepting this, you're in a position to forgive yourself and those with whom you are involved. Forgive freely and without reservations, as blame and resentment are heavy weights to bear. By forgiving, you will feel a weight lifted from your shoulders and become enveloped by deep serenity. You will also give the gift of serenity to the other person. Don't just offer forgiveness, also offer your love and your thoughtful insight. Open non-judgmental dialogues with others, sharing what you've learned and how you have grown. By doing so, you will be encouraging others to practice forgiveness. With hope for the future, relationships can blossom. Please know too that by forgiving yourself and embracing a hopeful spirit, you also invite new relationships into your life. At the same time, be willing to receive the blessings that others have to offer you. Be open to their insights and guidance. Listen objectively to what others have to say and act upon that guidance if it feels right for you. Be receptive to God as well. It surrounds you. He surrounds you at this time. Heal yourself, heal your relationships, and be at peace. So the affirmation is, I offer and accept healing in my relationships, and I am at peace. Wow. So here we go, Pisces. You know, the universe has heard. It heard your cry for some of you that are really hurting. You know, and what I love about this card is it's like, there's chains, there's been bondage to this situation, and this healing light is now surrounding you. And there's a star of hope in the center. So there is hope and there is healing. And I like how it talks about offering that forgiveness for yourself and for others. And so the beauty of this, and that I'm kind of picking up on, Pisces, is that there still could be hope for your situation. There still could be hope for this relationship. But healing is now required because there has been an emotional hurt. So whatever that hurt is, healing is here and it's available for you through God. And all you have to do is ask.